What is an exhibition bout? Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Explain. Knuckleheads, welcome to the Fighters Rep, where we give you free fights, interviews in the fight game, and fight commentary from the mind of a promoter/attorney. So, Knuckleheads, this bout is going down. Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson. They're saying it's happened on the 28th of November. The promoter postponed it because they wanted to get more sales as far as pay-per-views go, and they believe by airing this around Thanksgiving weekend, where all of us are going to be sitting around drinking and stuffing our face with turkey, they're going to be able to do that. They're also hoping that this lockdown goes away, and by that time they'll be able to sell to a live audience. They'll be able to sell tickets, and if you know California like I do, there will be tons of demand for tickets on an event like this, despite the fact that Mike Tyson's now 54 years old and Roy Jones is 51 years old. So that being said, I wanted to explain to you guys why it's being described as an 8-round exhibition and what that means, that word exhibition, because a lot of people have been asking and don't seem to understand. So what I did as a promoter here in the state of California, who's also sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, which is the same sanctioning body that's going to sanction the event between Tyson and Roy Jones, and the only sanctioning body allowed to sanction pro events here in California. I went ahead and I got the language from the regulations that kind of instruct the California State Athletic Commission, and I got it directly from their website. I'll link it below for you guys so you guys can understand it and share it with your friends if you have any confusion about what exhibition means. And it's pretty basic, so I'm going to go ahead and read it for you. If you go to section 433 of 4CCR, which is the California Code of Regulations, again, it's linked below, it says, it's entitled Championship Matches and Exhibitions, and it says, recognizing that different forms of martial arts exist, notwithstanding any rule in this division to the contrary, the commission may, in its discretion, authorize alternate rules or provisions from time to time for full contact martial arts championships and exhibitions, so long as the safety and welfare of the contestants and the public are not jeopardized. So what this is basically saying is the athletic commission can take it upon itself within its discretion to alternate rules, and they're especially wanting to do that for a bout like this, right, where you have two guys over 50 who have decided, hey, we don't want to compete in a full-on, 12-round, regularly sort of sanctioned bout. We want to do it our way. We want to take perhaps our age and our athleticism at this age and our stamina into account. And so we want to do an 8-round exhibition bout. Now, what that means is, they don't have to abide by the length of the rounds that people typically abide by. For boxing, it's 3 minutes. They can do 2 minutes if they want to. They can do 5 minutes if they want to. They also don't have to abide by the glove size. Typically, it's 10 ounces. For heavyweights, I believe in California we have the option to go 12 ounces, but it could be 10 ounces as well, I believe. And in this situation, if they wanted to use 16-ounce sparring gloves, which are much less damaging, then they could absolutely do that. So that's why this bout has been, described as an exhibition bout, because it allows them to sort of mess and play with the rules in a fashion that's more fitting for two guys over the age of 50. Now, that's not to say that these guys aren't going to go out there and try to beat the hell out of each other, but by, for example, let's say enlisting larger gloves or shortening the length of the rounds, they could probably make it safer and more fan-friendly, or maybe less fan-friendly. So, knuckleheads, that's what they mean by exhibition. Now I want to ask you guys, do you think that this is a bout that should be happening? 54-year-old Mike Tyson versus 51-year-old Roy Jones Jr. Is this a fight that you want to watch? I'm excited to know what you guys think. Knuckleheads, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification icon below. Join Knucklehead Nation, the dopest channel Fighters Rep on YouTube. Also, be sure to click the link below. Get your Fighters Rep gear. We've got these dope shirts, tanks, hoodies, masks. Because if you don't have your Fighters Rep gear, you don't know shit about the fight game. Knuckleheads, I'll talk to you soon.